Alright. In the engine bay, got some rusty spots we're going to be cleaning up, and then we're just going to hit them with primer for now. Just kind of light coat of primer so that the rust does not come back. Alrighty, before we put the engine in, we're going to install these fuel lines. These are put together by Ted Jenkins with aluminum metal mirrors. Essentially, it's going to replace the fuel lines from the hard line going to the fuel rail with these braided lines. So, got our quick connects. Get those disconnected. Okay, these old fuel lines snap off pretty easily. For this one here, you just kind of spread out the tabs and then pull it off of the tube. And then this one here, there's a little tool that you can shove in there, or just kind of pry it at the sides there, in order to get those little tabs to separate from the tube. You shove something up into there. Or I think it's designed for you to squeeze the tabs or something, but it's not the best. The new ones, however, one of them, can't remember which one it is, but one of them's got a thread-on connector, and then one of them's just a quick connector. So we'll do a little overview on those once we get them kind of all the way installed and tightened up properly. Okay, so we did put the motor back on the stand. Mostly just because we didn't put it in the car. It was easier to just throw it back on the stand than leave it hanging overnight. So we're getting our coolant setup figured out. We're going to just be running a closed loop on the try that again real quick. So we put the engine back on the stand, figured some things out with the cooling system. We're not going to be hooking up the heater core just for part of the break-in period until we figure out some of the routing once the motor's in the vehicle. So for now we got this hose here just to bypass that. Aside from that, the motor is pretty much ready to go in the car. We got these 3/8 MPT plugs thread sealed in there. We got those in nice and good. We do have a spare just in case. However, we weren't on the original manifold. The sending unit would sit here on the lower manifold, and the sensor, I believe, would sit here, to be honest. No, it would sit on the hose, actually, the heater tube that normally would go across here. So with this trick flow setup, it's got a 1/2 inch NPT and we need a 3/8, so they do make a 1/2 inch to 3/8, so a 1/2 inch male to 3/8 female reducer bushing. So I'm looking to get one of those for this guy. And other than that, we're going to be exchanging essentially where we're putting these. So our sending unit will now sit in the thermostat housing right here, and then the engine coolant temp sensor for the computer will go there. Other than that, hopefully we'll have the engine in the vehicle real soon here. Once we get the bracket on, this will need to be shaved down to about there for the angle, but it'll work out. Not worried about that. Stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. Okay, got the car in front of this bay now. Switched out with the Honda. We're gonna get the valve covers just kind of cinched down on there for now. Once we get them block in the car, we're gonna want to pull the valve covers back off just so we can double check when priming the motor. Okay, we'll need to start with removing the studs that we were originally going to use.
Make the wrong move and you lose, no doubt. 'Cause
1/4 inch or so off each one of these valve cover bolts. And now we're just running them through the tap here, die I should say.